into the second video, and I was just talking about passing gas. Actually, I've passed by two people, one on this side of the street and the other on the other side of the street. There's a typical like homeless corner on Sansom and Juniper, northeast corner, and the guy bent over and tooted past gas. The issue is, what if you, and this might be the case in my case, were wondering why you had gas lately? Like, what did I eat that gave me a little extra something something in the gas world? Gastropub, you know? And you know how you go through time periods and you never really have that much gas, and all of a sudden it's like, must have been the cauliflower, must have been this, that, or the other. It could feel like those two people staged something and that guy was able to toot on command. It could feel like that. Thing is, like, someone has to have gas in order to actually pass gas. So it's hard to just pass gas if your body isn't in that mode. You see what I mean? So, but the feeling that comes through is, were those two people staged? Like, they, you know, I have a fairly regular routine, and it would seem like these two people would know that, say, me or whomever they needed to time that with had gas. Say that happened a million times a day, not just gas but other things. Say you thought to yourself, or say something else was going on, you had a sore finger, or maybe, you know, it's hard to explain, or something weird is going on in your life and it shows up or manifests on the street through people's actions, but those people can almost seem fake and orchestrated, as if they're trying to show you that they know your business. It would be like, that's weird, do they actually know my business and they're trying to show something about the world? The problem is, it feeds into the idea of all constructs in our lives are an illusion, are fake, and the worst case scenario would be, like, technically homeless people are the only ones in there, you know. I don't want to wind up, you know, I already had a homeless stint. We don't want to go there again. But the idea would be, that, you know, if you were to buy into that, where do you work? Where do you know, if you think everything is like fake-ish, and you're down here in the land where you have to earn a living, right? You can't just, like, you would have to be wealthy to entertain that philosophy, to be able to support yourself without worrying about working in offices or working in any job. But it's it gets a little scary, because it can seem like homeless people, and, you know, I actually feel bad for everyone and want everyone to be okay, would know something about the world and would be showing you, we know you were passing gas over the past few days. Or are they heavily controlled people? I don't know. Another topic of discussion that's come up is, hold on, the train, hold on, something here. I was thinking of two other people who, anyway, I lost my train of thought for a second, so I'll have to come back. But an example came to my mind of another ideology, you know, and so forth and so on. Here's the World Cup soccer. I roll, you know, everybody has to play their games. Are you gonna go between or around time? And everybody has their cologne issues and stuff like that.